Good morning, it's cold. So we're under the fluffy blankets, and last night I didn't quite dry my hair. And so, extra blanket on the head. Yeah, I'm not one of Santa's elves, no. Here's something that I wanted to actually talk about, let it all out to the future me last night, but just too tired and too much, like, I don't want to say broken, but exhausted. And so I didn't really do it last night. I just decided to sleep early with the babies. But recently I was looking at pictures of a friend on Facebook, and we served together our mission in Salt Lake City, Temple Square, and she's an amazing lady. I look up to her. She's been through a lot in her life, and I don't know why, but she decided to write a message, like a very short one, and saying that, basically saying, I think about you often, and you're doing so much good. And I didn't really think much about that until last night. Like, how much a message from somebody far away can lift your spirits, give you courage, and make you feel you are worth something. Somebody that I haven't talked to for a decade or so, maybe more than that. And the power of words, it's amazing. Oh, the baby girl is waking up. Baby boy's waking up too. It's time to wake up. It's Sunday. I have to get ready for church. But there's this thing that every time I think about makes me break into pieces every time. I don't know why, but I think the last conversation we had, as if I know that, this is it, and there is no more trying and faking, fake it to make it or whatever. In that conversation, I was told, I don't know why, but that I can never forget it. It's just, under the circumstances, I was told, I don't remember exactly the words, but the meaning was something like that. You cannot give me anything anymore, something like that. You don't have anything to give me anymore, or something like that. So last night, like, I was bathing the babies, and my knee was hurting like crazy, and it was just really hard day. The children had a sports day at school, and we had to be there till almost noon. And they have activities where the parent runs with the kids too, and they have like competitions and relays and dancing and whatever. And I was there with two supporters for my niece, and look at my kids running so fast. Makes me so proud. And just looking at the limitations I'm starting to get. And it's like, I'm only 41. Why do I have to walk like a grandma and limp around? And ever since I went to the doctor for the knee, the next day it started hurting. When I went to him, it was fine. And I told him I don't use his painkillers. And he said, that's good news, blah, blah, blah. I guess you're one of those people who can live with it without surgery and stuff like that. And then the next day, ever since the next day, so that was on the 10th, today is the 18th. So it's been 7 days with constant pain. It just hurts so bad. And I still don't want to take those painkillers because I don't want to get addicted to painkillers. And I don't know. It just made me feel really down that I was limited yesterday, because it was just sports day, you know, sports, active. Oh, the parents were dressed up with, most of them were dressed up with like sports clothes, and I was just like with normal clothes and a jacket and a backpack behind my back so I can carry diapers and baby bottles, like their water bottles and whatever. But come here, baby. I guess I can handle nowadays physical pain more than mentally accept the fact that, you know, I getting more limitations. And when I was just feeling really, really filled up to the top with that, it piles up. And the fact that, you know, you go to a place where there's an event and you can't really talk freely or express emotions to others around you holding their kids, because you don't really, I'm not friends with any of those people, and it's just really sad. My kids grew up with having friends without their mom being friends with their moms, the moms of their friends, you know. So when I say isolation and loneliness, I really mean it. So when I go to events here, it's dreadful time for me, really. And you know, people might say, well, it's up to you, make it, like, you reach out first to people, and, you know, it's two sides and blah, blah, blah. And trust me, I have tried. In the beginning, I've been, the first few years when my kids were little, I've been trying. And I mean, I have some of those moms on social media, and, you know, and sometimes I've reached out, but no, it's not the same. It's not like when I'm talking to my sister, who is miles and miles away from me, in the same country, but still miles and miles away from me. She still reaches out to me. She still listens to me. She still talks to me. It's not like I don't have that type of friend here, and never had it. And so that is one aspect to it. The other one was the physical limitation, and the third is like, you still have to put a face and like go there, even if you don't want to be, but just for the kids, you're supposed to be there and support them. And I don't regret that. I really enjoyed watching the kids. Was the enjoying part of being at that sports day. But seeing them grow and seeing them how they overcome the fact that they don't finish first as a team, but feeling better, good about themselves, being better than last time, and things like that. That makes every parent happy. Or like, no, boosting, oh, my team was number one. It's just really taking it well with the outcomes and stuff. So seeing them coming between the activities, playing with the babies, and their classmates come too and playing with them, and the babies were feeling special, right? and cute. And my lovely. So anyway, last night in the bath, while watching the babies, I just started crying. I don't know. I guess it was just like, just let it all out. But then those words came like, you have nothing to give me. And it just starts rolling the film again backwards, like all those moments of life here. And it's, I just feel like used tissue. Not only used tissue, but like smashed and stomped on multiple times and endlessly. That's how it felt, because I didn't really plan my life to be like this. I didn't really plan for my life to end up the way it did. I do realize it was also my decision, but my decision was to the point where I just followed. I didn't make decisions for my own life and my own self. I just followed, and I feel the opposite. I just have given everything, and especially my time in raising my kids here, wanting to have all of them, and being told that you don't have anything to give me is like being used as a tissue, being thrown away and stomped on. And then I just thought, the Savior, he went lower than that. He was used for physically, medically, to help people with limitations and conditions. And that one that always gets me the most is the story where he heals 10 people, but only one goes back to him to say thank you. That one is my favorite story, and always a reminder how many people really are designed or made to, or raised or taught to be grateful. And I don't want to be one of the other 9. And it's been a really hard life here. I'm not saying it was all hard in the beginning. Because I was putting out so much of effort to putting like a positive spin on things, trying to not oversee and overthink too much, trying to make it work. But when you're being told that you have nothing to give, when you've been given so much, too much, that I don't see it as my fault anymore. That tells me that person has been given up long before I did. And that person has been seeing me as a give to him without receiving, without giving back. And that's not partnership or equal anything. I don't know what to call it, even relationship or partnership or anything. There's no such thing. And I can't do much about it right now, but I know that the Savior was lower than that. And no matter how hard life gets and how harsh things you hear from people that you've trusted, there is always one that understands you the most and knows how you feel, and will stand there with you before the Father one day, before God. So that's all I can say, and that brings me comfort. to keep up going, to get up the next morning and just keep up going. No matter physical pains and limitations. But yeah, this is something I wanted to get out of my chest, in my mind.